Have you ever been really anxious about a situation and you're trying to make a decision, but you can't because you're so anxious? Yeah, me too. It happens to everyone. The good news is there is a better way for you to make wiser, intuitive decisions every time. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I had a completely different topic planned for us today, and then things went south. Literally. All the way down south in the United States to Florida. That is where my parents live. I had quite a couple of weeks and it's been something. And it's so significant that I thought we should talk about it because I was really beside myself. My parents live in Florida, and you probably heard about the hurricanes Helene and Milton. Helene tore through the southern United States and really wreaked havoc on a lot of people's lives. And it was very sad. And I know people whose homes were destroyed, and thankfully nobody was hurt that I knew about. But I know it's just been tragic for so many people. Well, my parents live right where Helene passed through. That was a Hurricane 3. Category 3, and very damaging. So my sister went to help my parents, as she does. You may know my sister Sherry. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, and 4 years ago, my sister Sherry came to visit and she did this really funny imitation of me where she pretended to be me in a video. And she's like, "Hi, I'm Kari Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach. Mercury's retrograde. Run, run, run." Anyway, I'm going to try to find that video and share it with you if you haven't seen it.
Is it videotape? Hi, I'm Kari Samuels. Welcome to my video for the month of December. This is going to be an amazing month. Oh my God, so much is happening. I hope you're ready. Moon is in the moon is in the retrograde and Mercury's coming, so you better run, run, run. Get ready, stop.
Well, Sherry is a marvel. She's a classic 8 life path in numerology, and 8 is all about strength. And she is one of the strongest people I know physically and mentally and emotionally. So she was there in the aftermath of the hurricane. And my parents live on St. Pete Beach. So it's right there on the Gulf of Mexico. Their condo is right on the beach. And she was there helping out, helping my parents, as she does, because she's wonderful. And there was supposedly another hurricane coming, Hurricane Milton, which at the time was a Category 1, which so much less than the one that had just passed. And so my parents are having medical issues, but particularly my dad. And she wanted to stay another few days to help out again, because she's wonderful. And so we're like, oh, wow, another hurricane's coming. And we thought they just survived the Category 3, so everything should be okay. They've been okay throughout a lot of hurricanes. So what happened was, as she was there, within 24 hours, Hurricane Milton went from a Category 1 to a Category 5, which is the most violent hurricane there can be. And people were evacuating. Now, at the time, my dad was in the hospital, and I was very reluctant to talk about this because I don't want people who are very kind writing in and asking about my dad, mostly because I'm a very private person. But the other thing is because this can be up on the interwebs for years and years. And of course, in years from now, I don't know in what position anyone will be in. And so I don't want people to comment about that. So I appreciate any well wishes, but please don't leave anything about that in the comments, especially not if you're seeing this in the future. So my sister was there and my dad was in the hospital, and then this really terrifying, extra terrifying hurricane was coming. And so she did evacuate my parents' home to go to another place on St. Petersburg that was not in an evacuation zone. Now, before you make any judgments about her not evacuating or whatever choices she was making, she did move to a non-evacuation zone, and it did seem like that would be okay. However, as this hurricane was escalating, it became scarier and scarier and scarier for everyone around her. Now, my sister remained calm, and at no point was she scared. And the other thing is, her intuition told her not to go travel. Again, she needed to be close by to be near my father. Also, traveling with my mother, who has her own medical needs, would have been hard, and she could have been stuck on the roads. So her intuition told her that was the best place to be, and she felt safe. My intuition also said that she would be safe, and yet everything in my mind was freaking out because I'm watching on the news about all the things that this hurricane would do, and it was coming exactly where my sister and my parents were. It was headed right to them at 150-mile-an-hour winds with the possibility of 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. And I'm looking on a map at this Airbnb that she rented, and there's water everywhere. And it wasn't like a big hotel or a big building because there were no availability for anything like that. But again, she felt safe and she was calm. And I remind you, my intuition, which means my body, felt calm about it, but my brain was flipping out. Everything I read, every map I saw of this hurricane headed right toward them. So I am, of course, dealing with just the anguish of having a parent in the hospital and my sister and my mother in this hurricane zone. And what happened was, first of all, we were contacting her. Our family members were contacting her like every hour. Are you okay? Is everything okay? And then their power went out. So we had no idea what was happening, except what was going on from like weather reports. And miraculously, like maybe an hour before this hurricane was supposed to wreak havoc, right there where my parents and my sister were, it went just a few miles south. And that made all the difference in the world. Again, my heart goes out to anyone who was affected by this. In my personal experience, I was relieved. I was very, very relieved because I was really scared, panicking, again, beside myself. I couldn't sleep at all. And it was all I could think about. And honestly, it took me 2 weeks to record another podcast because of all the emotional stress about all the things. My sister, on the other hand, literally recorded a podcast the day that she moved my parents. And then the next day she was doing her thing. It took me forever to recover from this. So anyway, here's why I'm telling you this story. Because when you are in heightened emotions, you cannot listen to your intuition clearly. You can, but it's a lot harder. And you probably heard some stories of people whose departed loved ones passed and they really want to get a message to them and they're trying to get in touch with them. They want them to come through in their dreams and they're really just wanting to see or hear something from their departed loved ones. And then like a neighbor will be like, I just had this dream about this person that you've been trying to get a hold of in the spirit world. And the reason that is because you need to be in a receptive state to receive messages from spirit, to listen to your intuition. There are two things that are required to tap into your intuition and really honor it. You need to be calm and you need to be objective. Personally, I like getting readings from other people because when you have strong emotional attachments, again, you can't always hear your intuition because you want something so badly or you're afraid of something so badly that it's hard to be objective. So again, the two things that are really helpful to tune into your intuition are to be calm and to be objective. So how do you do that? How do you do that if you are freaking out? And again, my sister, she loves challenges. She'll run toward danger because she's one of those people who can stay calm in a crisis. And there was another lesson that came out of this is that you have to honor other people's intuition. It's so easy for us who are looking out and like saying, oh, you need to like break up with this person or you need to change your jobs or whatever. But everybody is on their own path and everyone has their own guides and their own inner guidance system. And even if something is not right for someone, including you, maybe your intuition is leading you down a path that's going to help you have closure about something or help you learn from something. And that's what's happening with other people. When their intuition is guiding them towards things that aren't always pleasant sometimes. We're all learning from that. So you have to honor other people's intuition as well. So how do you stay calm when your loved one looks like they're making some kind of challenging situation for themselves, or when you're in a really challenging situation that you're anxious about? Just remember that in that state, it's really hard for you to make wise, intuitive decisions. So remember to 1, breathe. Oftentimes when we are in those challenging situations and feeling really, really anxious, we go up into our heads. And so bring your energy down from your head into your breath and focus on your breath. Okay? And you can already start to feel how that changes your response to things. Now, even better for you to get grounded. I have a grounding meditation that's free that you can access. I'll make sure to leave a link to it. It's also part of my free intuition series. If you want that, I'll leave a link to that as well. To get grounded, remember to breathe and really feel your breath in your body. Get out of your head, into your heart, and then down into your body. And you can imagine that there are roots that grow down your legs, down your feet into the earth. You can feel your feet connect to the earth. You can bring your awareness down to your legs and your feet and really imagine earth and dirt beneath you. And can you feel how that also changes your energy? And it's in this grounded state that you can ask, what is the best decision for me now? And feel into your body, feel into what is right for you, what feels open, what feels constricted. Again, that's all included in this free intuition series I have. And I'll be talking about this in future episodes In fact, I will be very soon making an episode on how to tell the difference between fear and intuition, and how sometimes fear is a healthy intuition. Again, if my sister had fear about being there and she wasn't meant to be there, that's intuition. If a tiger is chasing you, that's intuition. So we'll be talking about that in future episodes. In the meantime, focus on throughout your day, bringing your awareness down into your body, down into your heart, and staying calm and being open to how your higher guidance is directing you. Because that's that objectivity. If you're attached to the outcome, it's harder to see. But if you're open to possibilities and know and trust that your intuition will always guide you toward the best outcomes, then you will trust that even if you want something really, really badly, or even if you're afraid of something really, really badly, that if your intuition is telling you to take another course, that you'll be guided in a way that's beneficial. Okay? So our magic lesson today is to remember to breathe and be calm and then ask. So if you're in any situation or just as you're going throughout the day, notice if you're feeling anxious, that you can bring your breath down into your body and connect with the earth. And you can even say to yourself, I trust my inner guidance to make the right choices. So bring that calm into your being, into your body, and you will always find your way. I'm going to leave you with that, and I wish you so many blessings on this journey. And I also want to remind you that if you enjoy this podcast, to rate, subscribe. If you're on YouTube watching it, leave a comment. I am so grateful to have this opportunity to share these lessons and experiences with you. I love you so much, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Lots of love. Bye for now.